Hey.
There it is. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Oh, wait, is my mic on? No.
No, it is.
It is?
It is.
We're on?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Oh, look at that. My microphone is on, but I was looking for the old camera placement. So I'm almost there. We almost got it figured out.
Oh, we're getting used to it.
I'm getting used to it. I had the microphone on, but I'm like going live, and then I'm like looking straight ahead. I'm like, wait, no, it's there now. It's not there. It's there. Not there. It's there.
Where is the camera?
It's like in Wayne's World. Camera 1, camera 2, camera, just. I think Wayne's World tackled the whole like figuring out how to be on a TV show thing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing the 5, 4, 3, and then like they're like, no, don't move your heads with the. Anyways, Wayne's World, check it out. It's only what 32 years old.
With very, very famous scenes.
Yes, very famous scenes.
Like the car.
I was told by Jake I'm not allowed to advertise what I'm drinking anymore.
No.
But I just need y'all to know it's not a White Claw. For those of you that are new here, it is a Celsius. The white peach Celsius. I can't get enough of these things. Sparkling white peach edition? I don't know what that means, but
I'll contact them to see what we can do.
yeah, why not? Let's see. Today's been a very busy day here at the shop, so running around to get the show together today was quite interesting. For those of you who don't know, we filmed this live during shop hours here at Island Music Company in La Plata, Maryland. And, what that means is while I'm also doing everything you do that when you manage a music store, I also have to find time to, like, grab everything, pick what we're talking about, get all the info for it. And a lot of times that happens just hours before the show.
Yeah.
Just because we get so busy here every day with, the customers that are coming in when they want to buy, sell, or trade something. Our service department needs tickets written up, like things like that. So it becomes quite busy just running around, trying to get on your feet. And so sometimes, hustling back here to get this done. So I try to keep it, roughly to 20. If I hit 25, I'm like, oh, we got to finish because I got to go back out there and get stuff done.
And I'm just here shoving things around and just trying to make sure we're good to go.
Like, even as we're doing the show right now, I can think of like 4 more things I got to do before we leave here.
I have like 3 as well.
One of them is to make an event page.
Okay.
For a holiday string giveaway. Woo! On November 16th. Bring in a non-perishable food item. Something in a can usually is good. Food. Like soup is a good one. Canned food drives is very popular. Soup, vegetables,
SpaghettiOs?
SpaghettiOs. I love SpaghettiOs. Like, I don't know if that's a weird thing to hear a man in his 30s say, but I'm a fool for some SpaghettiOs, all right? Like, that's...
Me too.
I don't know what it is. There's just something about them, But let's get into the show. Let's start talking about guitars. That's what we're here for.
Oh, really?
To talk guitars. At some point, I'm going to go free roam and grab a couple drums because I can still do that. And now it's not just leaving a blank screen because Jake is down here in the corner talking to you. Up. Oh, you're up.
Yep,
I can't even see. There's a You used to be in the bottom, right?
I at the very beginning, but then I was blocking stuff, and so I moved up top, so I'm out of the way.
There we go. Actually, can we take that banner down? Because remember how we were talking about how busy we are, and sometimes we're prepping for the show.
What banner?
Yeah. So today's episode's about Ibanez and Tama from the parent company Hoshino. I'm reading that banner, and I was like, wait a minute. That does not apply to today. That's my bad, folks. Sorry about that. Like I said,
too.
Very busy running around today. Wearing many hats today. So we're going to keep this as short and sweet as I can while also still making good quality content and having fun. So Jake's up here in the corner, this corner.
Yep, there you go.
I'm figuring out how to look at myself in a mirror because, I spent 30-some years never doing that apparently. So we're going to talk about these guitars, and then we're going to run and grab a couple snare drums because a whole drum kit would be a little cumbersome. So this here is the SR600 from Ibanez. The SR600 is a phenomenal bass for anyone looking to land in that like mid-range area of bass playing. So Ibanez has basses you can get for, you know, $300, somewhere in that price range. The Ibanez Geo series, I think they start at $250, like $230, $250. So you're looking to get into playing bass, you want to start well. The Geo series, the SR 3, 4, 5 series, 300, 400, 500 are all very good basses. They come with the Ibanez style pickups, usually really nice, comfortable necks, fun finishes. Like, they look great, they feel great. Those are some of my favorite instruments. But when you start reaching things like the 600 series and up, you get better quality wood for the bodies. You move into things like roasted necks, the switching system between active and passive, which some 400, 500, 300 series do have that, but not all of them. You get into the Nordstrand pickups. These ones are called I had to write them down. The Nordstrand Big Break. And so you can see, actually I can move closer. On a lot of basses and guitars, you have your magnets that move. They would usually be, you know, 2 lines parallel. But you can see they do this staggering. And when you move to your lower strings, they're higher in position.
Try totaling a little bit more. There. Or that works too. Yep.
So you can see how the pickups are aligned in a different way. And a part of that is because there's the plastic over the pickups. But those are the big break pickups. And what they do with that is the positioning in the magnets help you get the space that you need in the sound, help you find the tone that you need in the sound, and help just craft that sound that Nordstrand is known for. But while we're on basses, we're going to take a step up and go to another series here. This is still an SR series bass, but here we are getting into the SR5F MDX2. Ibanez has very long and clever model names, and sometimes you read them, and sometimes I read an Ibanez model number, and this is no disrespect to Ibanez, they make phenomenal instruments, but sometimes I read an Ibanez model number and I have to ask myself, do I know how to read? Like, you're reading these and you're like, did I say that right? SR5F, you know, I want to say F5, you know, but it's not a, you know, it's a bass. So this one here is one of my favorites in the shop. I think they used to make a 6-string version of this, but I just like the way this looks. I like the way the ash down the middle, the flame maple on the sides, the Nordstrand pickups with the wood covers really help bring the whole look of this instrument all together. The body on this one, I think it's a mahogany body. Yep, mahogany. And then this uses a 5-piece neck. It's an atlas-shaped neck, and this uses Purple Heart and my favorite Ibanez tone wood, Panga Panga. This is from the Premium series. Phenomenal. It's a gorgeous-looking bass. I really like this. Phenomenal. Active pickups. Well, active electronics. I think the pickups in this one of them. It might have been, which one was it? One of these was passive. In the SR600, they're passive. It's an active EQ, but it's passive pickups. And I think it's the same situation here. Ibanez likes to use their active EQ on their instruments. So, let me check off the ones I've done, just so I don't turn around and grab it again. So as you can see, Ibanez makes all kinds of guitars and basses and all kinds of fun colors. They stand out. There's a whole array of everything that they do. As I'm saying this, I realize I have 2 instruments with like the same blue fade finish on there, which I was not aware of when I was grabbing them. I just goes like boom, boom.
No, it's not exact though. That the one on the right here is a little bit more. You can see the natural.
Yeah. What was the body wood on that? Did I say that one? Oh yeah, ash body. And that had a 5-piece Jatoba neck, which is really nice. But we're gonna jump over to, let's grab this acoustic here. Ibanez makes some of my favorite acoustics for under, honestly, I would say under $1,000, but let's be honest, for under $500-600. If you are brand new to wanting to play acoustic guitar, Ibanez is phenomenal. They don't all look like this. So if you want something in the more natural side of color, whether it be like a mahogany or a spruce top. They make all that, and they're usually $300 to $400, and they're phenomenal guitars. They make starter packs in the like $200 to $300 price range. These guitars come with one of my favorite preamp systems. Ibanez has this tuner on here that as you're tuning it, the whole thing slides back and forth. I feel like I'm playing a little arcade game. I feel like I got my Nintendo Switch with me. But really, I'm just tuning a guitar. It's a lot of fun. But they make guitars with all kinds of fun finishes. I didn't get the name of this one before I know it's the AEG 70. That's the model of the guitar, but I didn't get the name of the finish. Purple something. Is it on? Do I have a tag for it here? Would it be in the tag?
It should be.
Purple Iris Burst. That's pretty cool. That's nice. And they do things like Dragon's Breath or something like this. There's one about a dragon. I don't know.
Renaissance Festival? What?
What? Huh? Sold out? What? No, this is in stock. The Renfest is sold out. This is in stock. I'm holding it. Duh. You know. So yeah, the AEG 70. Ibanez across the board makes a lot of phenomenal acoustic guitars, and I think what's really cool about Ibanez is there are a lot of people that don't think acoustic guitars when you talk about Ibanez. They think electric guitars and basses. They think Joe Satriani. They think Paul Gilbert. Steve Vai. Korn. Because remember, like for a while, all they did was play Ibanez.
Mm-hmm.
You used to go to music stores and there'd be like these huge display models up that had all the guys from Korn on it. But now Brian Welsh has a signature ESP and LTD guitar. So
yeah, there's so many artists when I go to look at.
Ibanez has a ton of artists, and that's I've got 2 of them up here actually, artist models, 3 of them. And that's not even on purpose. I just grabbed 3 really cool Ibanez guitars, and they all have to be artist models. But that's what's really cool about Ibanez. I'm talking real fast. The Ibanez guitars, because they have such an array of endorsed artists on their roster, they have this huge catalog of guitars that are just out there.
Mm-hmm.
Everything from hollow bodies to Strat style to Tele style to acoustics. They have signature acoustics. They might. I don't think they do signature folk instruments. I don't think they're not in that realm. But as you can see behind me, yes, that's a banjo. And yes, it's an Ibanez banjo. This is the B300. This, in my opinion, is one of the best banjos you're going to find for under, I think it's under $600. $549.99. It's under $6. You know, $999.99 is under $1,000. $549.99 is under $6. It's one of the best banjos you're going to find in that price range because it's also one of the best banjos in that price range to have as much weight as it does, to have the nice closed resonated back. And Keith here, the owner of Island Music, when I started working here about 10 years ago, I was helping a customer with a banjo, and it's the first time I've ever even held a banjo, let alone tried to sell one to somebody. And Keith pulls me aside and he goes, you know what makes a good, you can tell a good banjo? How heavy it is, because that's the weight of the resonator ring inside the body, which helps that resonate, the resonating tone, the sustain, that helps with all that. But this also just really is a really, really cool inlay work on the fretboard. The armrest is really nice that goes over the body there. There's all kinds of woods that went into this. It's a walnut body, a Purple Heart fingerboard, an Okume neck, which is very similar to mahogany. I believe Okume, we talked about Ibanez several months back. Okume is like a Japanese mahogany, so to speak, as far as tone wood goes. But yeah, I thought that was a very interesting combination of tone woods that went into that banjo there. Let's see, check my notes here so I know what's next. We did the 70, we did the banjo. Nexus just happens to be all 3 signature models. So, let's go to the George Benson here. This is one of my favorites because this is something you wouldn't expect from Ibanez unless you're already a fan of Ibanez or just guitars in general and you have an idea of what they're known for. So Ibanez, I'd say a majority of their artists are hard rock and metal, but you get folks like George Benson, who is not hard rock and metal at all. But Ibanez endorses quite a few artists that are like jazz, R&B, all kinds of stuff like that. And it's really cool because these guitars are really nice too, especially if you ever get a chance to hold a George Benson guitar that was made in Japan. Oh, it makes you want to buy a hollow body guitar. Hey, I've never owned a hollow body guitar, which is actually pretty surprising now that I say it. All the guitars I own and have owned in my life, I've never owned a hollow body.
Yeah, that is surprising, actually.
Time to change that.
Bingo.
I didn't say I really liked it. I just said I needed a hollow body. The George Benson hollow body here. This one has, so it's a special neck that they craft for the George Benson models called the GB neck. George Benson. It has, the neck is made out of Nayato. It has a walnut fretboard, spruce top, and a linden body, which is pretty similar to basswood. I posted a video not too long ago on our YouTube where I said basswood, and someone commented like, "What kind of wood did he say?" And I was like, "I said basswood. Let's not talk about it. It's basswood." Okay.
Seems fishy to me.
The door is that way.
Okay. Well, actually, no,
and these have these special Magic Touch mini humbuckers. These are great guitars. I really like them. I'm not buying it though.
Sorry,
you have the special George Benson Rose logo inlay on the headstock. Phenomenal instrument. They do a great job with those. It's a great example of Ibanez doing something you wouldn't expect. It's a phenomenal piece. Let's see, moving on. We've talked about his acoustic guitar, the, I forget the model number because it's like I know it's a TOD something, but I don't want to mix it up with the electric model here. But this guitar is honestly one of my favorite guitars Ibanez has come out with in a while. Roasted maple neck, the Tree of Death inlay, which is also on his classical body guitar. Fishman Fluence, Tim Henson Signature Series pickups, a Goto bridge. This gorgeous silver finish on this guitar is amazing. Locking was at Goto tuners. This guitar is one of my favorite guitars to come out of Ibanez in a long time. Everything about it, it's a basswood body, jumbo steel, stainless steel frets. It's an oval C-shaped neck. It's phenomenal. It's a gorgeous guitar, and it plays super well. If you're not familiar with the Fishman Fluence pickups, throw it away and buy a bass. I didn't see when that comment came up, so I don't know.
That was.
Are you talking about the George Benson?
Yes.
Oh. Well, good news for you, Zatoichi 444. Did I say that right? Sure. Ibanez also makes hollow body basses. So, problem solved. I can buy my hollow body bass from Ibanez. Just, throwing it out there.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with Tim Henson, look him up. He's a really cool guitar player. He's phenomenal. Polyphia is the name of his band. I always get it mixed up with Periphery. It's a common mistake, I feel like. Periphery, Polyphia.
Bass, bass.
Bass, bass. 6 to 1, half dozen the other. I know that's not what that means, but but these guitars are great. Check it out specifically to check out those pickups. Those are some of my favorite pickups. But it's also just a gorgeous guitar. Feels great, plays great. Fishman Fluence humbuckers are some of the best pickups that come out. They have different voicings all around. They're phenomenal. I can't say enough about them. We carry them here at the shop. Put them in your guitars. We can do a pickup swap at our repair shop. All right, we're going to our last guitar here, and this one has stood out to me for a while because there's so much about this guitar that I really like. First off is the old school, I need to get close so y'all can see this. The old school Ibanez logo. I'm going to figure out this camera.
Okay.
There you go. The old school Ibanez font in the headstock. This color is a very vibrant color. I didn't find the name. I should have looked up the name of the color. I should be doing that more, especially with companies like Ibanez, where they have such interesting and vibrant colors. I don't know why I don't look the names up more. The name is not on here. So, but this is the Yvette Young signature model. This guitar here also has locking Goto tuners, a Wilkinson bridge. What was the other thing I wrote down here that I thought was really cool? Oh, the Seymour Duncan 5.2. All three pickups are the Seymour Duncan 5.2s. It's a neck profile specifically for Yvette, so it's the YY neck. I think Yvette Young also, I think she might have a signature pedal out as well right now. I can't remember with who, but you know. But this guitar rips. It's such a fun guitar. Ivan has actually posted some pretty cool videos of her demoing and playing the guitar. It takes some getting used to as far as looking at the body shape and figuring it out. The knobs are in an interesting, peculiar spot there. But, you know, it's her signature model. This is what she wants. It's what she's used to. It's a great guitar. It's clean. You can dial it in to be aggressive when you need it to be. The neck feels great. I love the old Ibanez logo that you find on some of the older models. Great selection. Great build. I'm very impressed with it. I like it quite a bit. Let's see. I think that's everything. Oh, I need to go grab snare drums. I got time for a couple snares. Let's see. I'll be right back, folks. Oh, I can still talk while I'm walking.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll be right back, but no, I'm like right here. Let's see.
Hi. Welcome to the Jake Show at the moment. That is all.
Oh, jeez. It was heavier than I expected. But of course, I grabbed 2 metal snares. All right, so this first one here. This is a cool snare. The PCP 147. Trying to find our tag on it. Where did we hang it up without a tag? We might have hung it up with a tag. But it comes with the Evans G1 for the batter, a snare side 300 for the Rezo. Was that 14x7? Yeah, 14x7. So nice deep resonant tones coming out of this. And let's see here. Oh, look at Keith. What up, Keith? Keith, this is my favorite Ibanez guitar. The Starphonic and the copper finish here. This guitar. I'm tricking myself up now. See, Keith said good job, and I'm like, oh, this guitar. No, it's a snare drum. But yes.
I was wondering where that was going.
Me too. So if you're looking for snares that deliver high power, great sustainability, something that's going to cut through the mix. So whether you're playing out live, whether it's in a dive bar or a bigger, louder venue, a copper snare, whether you do copper, brass, steel, that's always going to give you that tone that just rips right through the mix. Something like that, if you're playing in a small enough room, you won't even need a microphone. It's just going to power through everything. And your sound techs are probably going to hate you for it. But that's the kind of snare that, you know, you could just can install it on my hollow body. There we go. Yes. Thank you. That's just what I needed. I'm going to put, imagine the tone. There'd be sustain and resonance for days.
It's a banjo, but electric.
Yeah. We'll make it a banjo. Yeah. I mean, it's already hollow, right?
And it's basically the same kind of head.
Basically right there. But that's one side of it, right? And we got that in very recently. We have a new snare drum display here in the store, so I really encourage y'all to come in and check it out. But that's going to give you the nice, high-pitched, articulate tone that you want to just be, not piercing, but to cut through the mix, to stand out. No one's going to miss it, right? With a snare like that, no one's going to miss clapping on 2 and 4, all right? They're going to find it the whole time.
That's the PCP 147, right?
Yes.
That is 700.
700. All right. Not bad. It's phenomenal snare. And then this one here I'm surprised we still have, but I think it's just because we had to redo the display and nobody saw it. This is the Lars Ulrich signature snare. Looks like the toolbox from the back of your truck. This thing here, let me see. Jake, are you able to look this one up for me?
Yep.
It's the LU 1465N. LU1465N. I just want to get the exact material on this correct. So yeah, for all you Metallica fans out there, this thing, let me get out from behind it because I feel like the microphone is picking up the resonance from inside the snare drum head. This one comes with Remo heads because this is what Lars uses, is Remo heads. I don't know how well that sounded, but I was using my fingers, but you know, it's tension's all there. It's all tuned up pretty well. Star Classic snare wires. There's a good weight to it, which I like because when you start getting into snare drums that are using metal shells and they're heavier, remember what we were talking about in the banjos, right? So in a banjo, something with a heavy weight means that it has a very good resonant ring on it. So that increases sustain, it increases the output of it, the resonating tone of it. So apply that same principle to snare drums in general, but particularly snare drums. When you start getting into copper, brass, steel, all these different types of metals and alloys for snare shells, you start getting better resonance, better sustain. Typically your snares that have more of that high-pitched cracking tone is going to be something with a double-ply snare drum head and a metal shell. These two options here, I don't have a way to like...
what are you looking for?
I was wanting to get the exact material that the shell is made out of.
Okay.
Just because it has that, the chrome-plated thing around it. That was what the shell was made of.
3mm diamond-plated steel.
Okay, cool. So the whole thing is steel. Sweet. So, between these two snares, if you're looking for a way to, like I said, stand out in the mix, have that high-pitched cracking sound that snare drums are known for, or, you know, renowned for, really, these are great ways to go. Any Tama snare is going to get you there, but we just happen to have these ones in stock, and I thought they were really cool, so I pulled them off the shelf real quick. So come on in, check out our snare drum display, because they are available. So you can come on in and ask for myself, Brian. I'm trying to think who all knows their way around snares pretty well at this point. Me, Brian, Tanner, our service tech, is a drummer as well. And then anyone here can help you. But if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty of, you know, how all the different parts and components play into what makes a snare drum and make it, you know, resonate and sing the way it does and impact the way it does, I love to talk this kind of stuff. I know I talk about guitars every week, but I've been drumming since I was 5. So I've been drumming for like 16-ish years. So if you ever want to talk snares and how to like beef up your snare and clean it up, fix it up, I'd love to do that. So come on in. I'll walk you through all the snares we have on the display if you want to. We'll find the right heads for you. We'll change your snare wires, whatever you want to do. We'll get it figured out. But I am looking at the time, running a little over. So real quick, we'll run through the guitars and we'll wrap up. Don't forget, November 16th is our holiday string giveaway. We'll be here all day restringing guitars for free as long as you bring at least one non-perishable food item. You get one guitar restrung for free. All donations go to the Lifestyles Incorporated here in La Plata, Maryland. So we also thank them for all the work that they do. And I know for sure as of right now, we'll have Neil Zaza here doing a little workshop concert for us. Stay tuned for some other guests as well. And let's wrap through these guitars and we'll mosey on out of here, as they say. This one here is the SR5FMDX2. Again, sometimes you read the Ibanez model numbers and you ask yourself, can I read? That one's really cool there. Again, remember that's a really cool, the Nordstrand pickups, but also the ash going through the middle with the flame maple on the sides. Phenomenal work there. This is the TOD10, the TOD10. The classical is the TOD10N for nylon, because it's a classical acoustic. Yeah, anyways. Tree of Death inlay, Tim Henson signature Fishman Fluence humbuckers. The Godo Bridge, Godo locking tuners, gorgeous silver finish. The AZ, it's a special Tim Henson body shape, but it's based off of the AZ size. And it comes with the roasted maple AZ oval shaped neck. The AEG 70 purple iris burst, gorgeous flame top on there. Comes with a really cool Ibanez electronic preamp system. I remember Ibanez acoustics under $500-600. In my opinion, some of the best acoustics that you can start out with. Those necks are so comfortable to any hand. They'll fit really well. This is the Ibanez B300 acrylic inlay, but it's a gorgeous design. It's got that nice heavy resonant ring. So remember that. It's the resonator back, the ring in there. And this had the few different types of walnut body, purple heart fingerboard, and the Okume neck. Gorgeous work on the headstock as well. The George Benson, this was the 10, the GB10 EM. So special George Benson neck shape. What was it? The spruce top linden body, very similar to basswood. A Nayato neck, walnut fretboard, Magic Touch mini humbucker pickups, George Benson Rose logo on the headstock, and the really nice floral type pattern there on the tailpiece as well. The Yvette Young, the Ibanez YY10. This guitar has the Seymour Duncan 5.2 pickups in all three positions, Wilkinson bridge, locking Godo tuners, this fun yellowish green sparkle color, reminds me of a Game Boy Advance I had in 4th grade.
Oh, and bring back.
Yeah.
The best handheld.
Yeah. My favorite little detail possible is just the old school Ibanez logo on the headstock. And then the SR600, this with the ash body, Nordstrand pickups, active EQ but passive passive pickups. What did I say the neck was on that? I'm gonna go with Okume. Am I right? Jatoba. Dang. 5-piece Jatoba neck. That's pretty cool though. Nordstrand pickups, ash body. Yeah, that was it. And then again, the 2 snares. So come on in, check out snare drums. Check out everything Ibanez has to offer. We also have a ton of not a ton. A good amount. A good selection of Tama drum kits. So come on in, check those out as well. Tama hardware is some of my favorite hardware. I should have said this before. I've been playing drums in a regularly gigging band for about 5 years. And at the start of this band, I didn't go out. I went right over there. And I bought a full set of Tama Stage Master or Road Pro. I think it's a mix. But Tama hardware. And in the 5 years I've been playing with this band, probably 4, not as much now. We've slowed down, but we were playing like 4 or 5 shows a month for a while. I've never had a stand break. I use the Speed Cobra pedals, never had the pedal break. My hi-hat stand, people are always, the threads through on the center rod, the foot came disconnected, none of that. I've been using Tama hardware almost every weekend for 5 years, and I've never had to replace it. Not great for sales, but phenomenal for you, the drummer. If you need nice, strong, durable, reliable hardware, Tama hardware is the way to go.
Yeah.
I've never had an issue with it. I'm not saying others aren't good. I'm just saying I've been almost religiously using Tama for a long time now. I have no issues with it. Just throwing that out there. But that's it. That's all I got for you today. We're going to wrap up and do what we got to do to get out of here. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back next Thursday, 5 o'clock, for Live at 5. My name's Jack.
My name's Jake.
And we'll catch you next time.
See you.